Hello friends, we are back with a new TDL in Tally from Excel to Tally import. So without wasting time, we will go to the tool directly. This is a Excel import where this is completely template based. So what it means template based means you don't need any specific kind of Excel or a predefined Excel. Any kind of Excel will do with a few norms. So you have to generate the template where we have to reduce the time. We have already generated few templates. So we go with the item group. In item group, you can see this, we given the name, then we have given the path. So path is this. Then we have given the Excel name. This is the Excel. Then we have given the sheet name. So sheet is here with 200 items. Then we say what we want to import through this template. So there are accounting voucher, cost center. This is alphabetically sorted. So cost center, group, GST details, item opening balance, item voucher, ledger, stock category, stock group, stock item, update MRP and update standard price. Opening balance, GST, MRP and standard price is related to stock item. Stock group we did it, yes. So in this, so we are not given much. We are given the name, and you can see this Excel sheet. This whole Excel sheet is here. These are the things in the Excel. And is edible, yes or no? So we go to DSS
You
and
can
we will
see we
see
don't have, we have one single stock group item, that is new import items. What is the advantage of this group? I will let you know later. We have stock item 0. So we go to I, import Excel, item group, enter. First it will read all the sales, all the rows in the Excel, whatever active rows. If there is any space in between, it will stop there. Now we see we have 7 groups. 6 new groups has been imported. Now we see the stock item, item import. The upper format is same. Here we have mentioned name, parent, milling name as the part number. In Tally, part number we see as the front end. In the back end, it is known as milling name. Base unit is the unit of the item. Alternate unit is known as additional unit. Conversion, if you give these two things, you have to give the conversion with it. GST applicable, yes, no. Then GST type of supply and costing method. I have given costing method as additional. If you don't want, you can just avoid it. And we've done update if any old is already present. I again go to Excel import Excel. I go to item import and I press enter. It is reading all the columns, all the rows in the thing, and we see 200 items has come with all the effective things which we have mentioned. If alternate unit is mentioned, then it will show you the alternate unit. See, in this alternate unit is mentioned. Now we see has GST come or not, and we see none of the item has GST. So we go I import GST import. Same wise you have to create the template. These are not predefined templates, mind you. This template has to be created one by one. DOG GST rate setup F5. Now we see all the items are with the GST. Now we see that is there any ledgers or not. We have 9 ledgers: cash, CGST, IGST, some tax ledgers, general expenses ledger, and sales ledger. We don't have any data ledger. So what we do, we go to modify template. We have already created the template for ledger. Same format, path, Excel name, sheet name, and the type of import. So here we are given name, parent, address, ledger name, country name, pin code, ledger contact, ledger phone, ledger mobile, email, income tax as the PAN number, GST, and opening balance, right? Opening balance, mind you one thing, if it is in Excel, it is in minus, it will go as plus, that is debit. If it is in plus, it will go as a minus. So that thing you have to take care, you have to reverse it. So I've already reversed, which is in minus means it is a debit, which is in plus, that is our credit. First I import the group, ledger group, because they are in different groups. Then I see 3 groups has come. Then I go to ledger import, and I see that hooray, 50 new ledgers has been imported. अभी pause में है मेरा ये. So now we see that 50 ledgers has imported in a few seconds. And we check with the details, all details has come, whatever was here in the Excel, with the name of the person, PAN number, GST number, everything. Now, in this same way, you can import all the ledgers, and for debtors, creditors, or general ledgers, everything you can import. Now we go to the vouchers, import of vouchers. We have made 2 vouchers here, payment and sales, with only 2 or 3 entries, not much. Payment with few entries. So we see here it is given no vouchers entered. We go to I, modify, sales, format is same. We do it in item import, sorry, item voucher, because it is with the items, and we set alter the columns. In this, we have predefined columns. You have to give voucher type. The voucher type is voucher type. If we don't have that voucher type in the Excel, so we can just give here new formula, and I just predefined in advance GST sales, right? Then voucher number, date, party name, reference if required, not applicable, date not applicable. This I have defined earlier. I'm just modifying and showing you. This has to be defined by you if you are doing it for the first time. Description, the item name is description here, quantity, rate. This is the complete Excel. If you see, it's a complete Excel shown here. Then item value, accounting ledger is already mentioned. Then narration, if it is, if any, or I can predefine sales made. Then bill reference, description not applicable, and then we mention the accounting entries here, CGST, SGST, IGST. The round off we do it externally because debit credit has to be matched, and accordingly we have to do the round off. So the round off is given here. It is a completely separate formula. Then this is a additional columns if you want anything. Then create parties if does not exist, and you can define it where it will go. But mind you, GST details, address, nothing will go. Only party will be created on the group. That's all. If any new party is there. Secondly, you can create the items if any item comes as a new. So if it creates, it will create the item name. Group we have predefined as new item import. New item, new import items. Why it is predefined? Because if you have 1000 items and two new item is imported, you will not able to find out which two new item has come. So to identify that, we have predefined the group called new import items. So after the import, you can check that folder. If the items are there, means those are the new items, and you have to define other things like GST or group or everything has to be defined afterwards. Ignore any duplicate voucher. So we see we don't have any voucher here, and in this we have mentioned three voucher, 1, 2, and 3S with two items. So I go P is import Excel. Something has gone wrong. We don't have that ledger called GST sales. No problem. We create the ledger called GST sales. Oh, it's a voucher type, not the ledger. GST sales under sales automatic. I do IP sales enter, and 4 count 4 has come, that is 4 rows. And now we see we have 3 sales in the thing. It has come with the complete information whatever is required. Now here we see that GST cost center, it is asking for cost center, but in this company there is no cost center. Mind you, the template what you're creating here is all cost center based. So we have made it that after you made the templates, you can just make it no and your work will be done. It will not ask for the GST. Sorry, cost center. Now we go again to I modify payment. See, it is asking for the cost center. When you modify or create, it will ask for the cost center. You do it yes. And after that, you can make it no very easily. The format is same, but it is a accounting voucher. So we define here payment, number, date, debit ledger, narration, no, debit amount. Amount is one amount only is mentioned because debit credit has to be equal. Credit ledger, then narration not applicable. That is the narration for each entries. Bill reference, bill amount, instrument number not applicable. Instrument date yes, instrument amount, bank is credit ledger. If it will be bank, it will go to the credit ledger by default. Transaction time not applicable, payment favoring, and the narration which is mentioned in the Excel. Cost center not applicable. Bill due date not applicable. Nothing extra is there. I see only 3 vouchers is showing at present. I do IP and payment, enter. Woo. I see 20 entries has come. See, very easily 20 entries has come. I press F11, I make the cost center no. And it's not asking for the cost center. So in this way, you can import receipts, you can import journals. Only thing is your Excel should be in a proper way. Proper way means it doesn't mean you have to put the debit ledger first, credit ledger afterwards. No, it can be vice versa also. Amount can be in the first, narration can be in the first, date can be at the last. But thing is, you have to only do the match the following with the Excel file to this one. So this way you can use this import tool. So how you liked it? Have you liked it or not?